Hi, everybody. This is Jackie, and welcome back to episode 8 of the Aunt Flo Show. And joining me today is my friend Kathleen, who was the one that introduced me to menstrual cups. So I'm very thankful that she's agreed to come on the show. And welcome, Kathleen.
Thanks. Thanks for having me.
And so, do you want to briefly just introduce yourself and kind of just talk about how you got interested in cups, or who you heard about them from, and then just kind of how long you've been using them and your experiences with them?
Okay. Well, my name is Kathleen. I was a teacher in Korea for about 8.5 years. That's where I met you.
Yes, it's true. We did meet. We lived in the same neighborhood in our city in Busan, South Korea. Yes.
Yes. And it was actually at one of a party at your house that I first learned about menstrual cups.
Oh,
It's
how
not
did
from
I
you.
not learn about
I
that?
don't know. So you were having a party. I forget exactly what the party was.
Yeah,
I feel like it might have been one of, I don't know, just some random potluck party.
yeah.
And I was sitting on the sofa next to Katie, our friend Katie, and she was talking about, I don't know, camping or hiking or something, and then how great the Diva Cup was. And I
Ah.
was just like, wait, what is a Diva Cup? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And then she tried to explain it to me, and I was like, this is intriguing. So what happened was I went home and Googled it, and then I was like, oh, okay.
And then did you go out and buy one or?
Yeah, they didn't sell them in Korea at that time, but I was able to order it online from iHerb.
Yeah.
I ordered the Diva Cup,
Mm-hmm.
and I had it delivered, and then I tried it out, and I was like, oh, this is different. It's easier than
Mm-hmm.
having to remember to buy tampons and pads and all that
It
stuff.
sure is. So, what was your original kind of experience like? Did you have a tough time with it, or did you just figure it out pretty easily right from the start?
Um, I think at first I had like a bit of a hard time getting it open. I had to do like all these like weird positions to like get it. Like I used to sit on the edge of the bathtub
Yeah.
and like rinse out my undercarriage with the shower hose and then like stick it in and like I'd get it open there. Or sometimes like I'd lay on the bed with my like legs in the air when I was like having a really hard time.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I'm pretty good.
And so, have you stuck with the Diva Cup the whole time, or did you switch to another one, or because that was a
Um,
few years ago? I want to say about 5 years ago or something, most
yeah.
likely.
Recently, I purchased an origami cup because
Organic
my
cup, or yeah, the organic
organic
cup,
cup,
organic cup, or organic cup. Yeah,
something like that. My Diva cup was looking kind of gross. It was just like it starts out clear, but it was turning like yellow,
yeah,
and I was like, I think it's time for a new one. And then since I follow your menstrual cup thing on Facebook,
yeah.
and I follow someone else, I started getting like ads for menstrual cups, like buy one get one free. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll do that. I'll buy one get one free, and I think they had free
Yeah,
shipping. So
yeah. And so, did you get two different sizes, or did you get the same size?
I got this two of the same size. I was gonna order two different sizes because that seemed like a good way to go,
Yeah.
but it was not possible. It was just like you buy one and you get another of the same.
Ah,
Like
I
they
see.
didn't have that option.
I see.
So
So, we were going. Kathleen and I did this big bike trip across Korea one holiday. Actually, yeah, it was your summer vacation. I think I had lots of summer vacation,
yeah,
but you had 1 week of vacation, so you chose to use it to go on a big bike adventure with me. I think we rode how many kilometers? Like 300 or
I think it was 380, close to
380? Yeah, I want
400.
to say close to 400. And it was I want to say it was 40 degrees out. It wasn't actually 40 degrees Celsius, but it was probably over 30 every
It was
day.
definitely the hottest week of the summer.
It was hot and it was grueling. So, anyway, we were doing training sessions for a few months to kind of get in shape and get our legs ready to go. So, we just used to ride on this bike path along the river, along the Nakdong River, and it was there was no traffic, there was no other bikers. It was very peaceful, so we could actually ride side by side, and we would just chat. as we rode along. And so Kathleen was telling me about this project she was doing for her marketing master's degree, and she was doing them about menstrual cups, and she was telling me about it, and I was like, what's a menstrual cup? And that was actually how I heard about it, and I was like, this is the most amazing thing ever. I went home and like looked at the websites, and then like Kathleen, I went on iHerb, which was kind of the best place to get a menstrual cup in Korea. I went to iHerb, ordered one, tried it out, and yeah, so I was just really thankful that you had mentioned that. But during that project, what did you uncover about kind of the menstrual cup companies and their marketing? Was there any interesting things that you discovered?
Well, I discovered there were like a lot more menstrual cup companies than I had known about because I had
Mm-hmm.
originally just heard of the Diva Cup,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I'd never heard of a menstrual cup at all before. And then Katie told me about the Diva Cup, and I was like, oh. And then when I was doing my project, because for the marketing class I was taking, we just had to choose like a company and then
Mm-hmm.
like use that, pretend that that was our client to create like ads and stuff. So I picked the Diva Cup because they really didn't have a lot going on, so it'd be easier to make stuff up. And
Yeah.
while I was doing that, we had to also like come look at like their competitors. So I'd like look at also ads for like tampons and pads, but then I'd also found out about like the Moon Cup and Luna and like all these other like brands. A lot of them seemed to be British, but there were like some other ones too.
Yeah, the Moon Cup is from the UK, and then Lunette Cup is from Finland. So those are probably the big, like along with the Diva Cup, those are probably the big three that you kind of heard about back
Yeah,
then were most popular. And these days there's even like a ton more than even 5 years ago.
yeah.
Hmm.
But some of them were, I think it was the Moon Cup, the one from the UK. I think they had like a very funny advertisement
I don't know.
online.
I didn't. I have never seen it honestly. Like, yeah, I'd be curious to actually like go back in time and to
Yeah.
see if it's still on there or what that is exactly.
It was pretty funny. It was like two girls kind of like rapping in the bathroom, like a rap battle about like
Yeah,
menstrual cups versus tampons. Like it was, I don't know, it was entertaining.
sounds good. So, and actually, one thing that Kathleen mentioned, as we were talking about menstrual cups, was just that all the websites kind of reviewing the products and talking about the products were really terrible. And
Yeah.
at that time, I had just made a couple websites related to teaching English, which was my job in Korea, and same with Kathleen. And then when she said, oh, all the websites reviewing these products were terrible, I thought, oh, I know how to make websites. So I started the website that I still have today, reusablemenstrualcup.com, and I just started reviewing cups, and it was kind of a really interesting time back then because not that many people were talking about menstrual cups. There was me and one other person, I guess, in the whole world that were basically reviewing these products. And I mean, my website wasn't great at the time, but it was slightly better than the competition, which was almost nothing. And yeah, these days there's like way more people talking about kind of eco-friendly period products. Yeah, but it was an like interesting turn of events, I guess, and it's kind of become my job, my full-time job now. And yeah, it was cool. Thanks, Kathleen, for like
Because I remember
sharing that with
even
me.
looking at the Diva Cup's homepage, like it was kind of very limited information. They just had like their story, like their background and about the product, but there wasn't much else.
Hmm.
I don't think you can order their cups from there. They tell you where you can order them. And then, but like they had like the news page where they had press releases, and that hadn't been updated in years. And I was just like, what is happening?
I know, and
It's
that's like
disgusting.
crazy to think that's the biggest, most popular menstrual cup in the world, and they seemingly don't even have one person dedicated to marketing in their company. Maybe. I think times are changing for sure. Some of the newer companies, I've actually done interviews and talked to some of their marketing people, and yeah, they're definitely getting savvier and smarter with their marketing, and some companies are doing things like buy one give one program to someone in need, or like they're doing more like affiliate marketing, so people promoting their products, and yeah, getting into like videos and podcasts and a whole bunch of other kind of more interesting ways to market their product, I guess. But back then it was, yeah, I agree with you, pretty terrible. There wasn't a lot going on, for sure.
Not much at all.
Yeah, so have you heard about the Tampax cup?
I have not.
Oh, yeah, so Tampax, like the famous brand of tampons, has recently released a menstrual cup, the Tampax cup.
Is it disposable? Do you like use it for one period and toss
No,
it?
no, no, no. It's like a normal menstrual cup.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so I'm actually excited to see kind of what marketing things they have going on and what sort of efforts, and maybe we'll start seeing like commercials on TV or like advertisements on the radio. So yeah, I think that will maybe kind of change the conversation a little bit, and hopefully just expand the total market share for menstrual cups and just kind of help it to become more of a mainstream kind of thing.
I wonder if they'll try to like pair it with their other products like panty liners or something.
Oh, that's actually a good question. They have already done that. So when you buy the Tampax cup, you get some of the disposable like pads and panty liners along with it in case of leaking. Which I don't know. I don't really love it. I wish they would send a cloth pad or make cloth pads and then send you a cloth pad with it. But I mean,
They don't want to destroy their whole business.
their whole brand and empire of disposable products. Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting move. I'm sure they had some interesting backroom kind of boardroom discussions about whether or not to introduce this product or to bring it to the market.
I used one Diva Cup for like 4 years.
I know, I hear you. Yeah, that's pretty normal. People use cups for 4 or 5 years, so it's like, I don't know, is it worth it for Tampax if you use their cup for 5 years? That's like how many boxes of tampons? Like 60 boxes of tampons or something? So
A lot.
a ton of
I don't know.
tampons. All right, Kathleen. Well, I think that's about it for now. So let's kind of wrap it up. And don't worry, if you want to hear from Kathleen more, she'll be back on the next episode. So you can have a chance to listen to us talk more. But anyway, if you want to check out the podcast, just head over to auntfloshow.com. So AUNTFLO show, SHOW.com. And you can find the form to submit your TMI moment, all the other episodes, and then also where to contact me. So you can find me at auntfloshow@gmail.com. So I'd love to hear any comments, questions, people you'd love to hear on the show, etc. All right, well, goodbye for now, everybody, and we'll catch you in the next episode.
Bye.